Colossians chapter 4, verse 18. The salutation by the hand of me, Paul. Remember my bonds. Grace be with you. Amen. I'd like to spend just a little bit of time just talking a little bit about the great Christian heritage that we all are beneficiaries of, and the other Christians that are in our lives, both seen and unseen, that influence us. So let me just start off by just sharing my personal family history is important to me. Over the years, remembering the sacrifices of my elders has inspired me to be a better man, a better father, a better husband, and even to be a better Christian. Their examples of how to live and their sacrifices are just constant reminders of the best way to live and to give my very best each and every day. Now, as was customary for one of Paul's epistles, most of the letter was transcribed by someone else. However, this final line was handwritten by Paul. Something that is unique about this letter, however, is that Paul had not personally met the members of the Colossian church. The church was actually planted by someone else. But that didn't stop Paul from wanting to minister to them. It didn't stop Paul from wanting to see them grow spiritually. And as we can tell from this final verse, it was important to Paul that they remember the change, his imprisonment, his bonds. It's noteworthy that these church members needed to remember the sacrifices of a man, a fellow Christian that they had never personally seen, but whose ministry that they had been the recipients of. But isn't that the case for all of us today? Haven't we all been the recipient of ministry laborers whose personal sacrifices are just simply unseen to us? How many of us are the beneficiaries of prayers that we know nothing about? How many of us have received wise counsel from words written in books from people that we just don't know? How many moments of worship have been punctuated by songs of fellow Christians that we know nothing about? If I had been the member of the Colossian church, upon hearing Paul's words, remember my bonds, I would have been inspired to make the most of his sacrifice and its impact on my life. I would have been encouraged that if God can sustain him while he's going through his imprisonment, then surely God can take care of me. It's important, it's my hope that we take on a similar attitude today, to remember the bonds, the sacrifices of all those that came before us, to be inspired by them, and to take comfort that the same God that watched over and protected them is walking alongside each of us today. May God bless you and may God keep you. Thank you.